Got Maxwell McGee and Peter Brown here to kick it off with a little bit of SoulCalibur V.
We are. We're going to be taking a look at SoulCalibur V, obviously the 5th entry in the SoulCalibur series, hence its name. Let's go ahead and jump into the footage here. Peter and I are just on the character select screen. So we'll go ahead and introduce Ezio. He is the special guest character for this episode of SoulCalibur. Last time they had Darth Vader and Yoda, which some people thought was kind of an odd pairing.
Yeah.
Ezio definitely fits into the like 15th century European style they're going for, so I'm gonna pick Ezio. You also have a lot of, they're kind of pulling a Street Fighter Third Strike on us with this game. They have a lot of characters who have similar movesets to previous SoulCalibur combatants, but they look different.
All right.
So you have like, there's like a Taki character. You may remember Taki. She was like the ninja in like the red skin suit. That was kind of revealing. Now you have a slightly younger sort of version of Taki named Natsu, who shares some of Taki's abilities, but is a little bit different her own way. Mitsurugi is pretty much just straight up same old Mitsurugi. Still incredibly powerful, great at any distance, likes to poke me in the feet. Ezio, he's a lot of fun because if I could remember how to do my moves, he has a lot of moves that incorporate his crossbow and his like wrist-mounted gun. I assume that's a gun. You've played.
It is.
It's been a while since I played Assassin's Creed.
It's a wrist-mounted gun. It seems to be a lot more reliable here than it's ever been in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Just a reminder to you folks out there, if you have any questions about anything that's going on in the show, or even what Maxwell puts in his hair every morning, feel free to jump into the live chat room or tweet us to @GameSpot. We've got community manager Cynthia there, standing by to take your questions.
So some other additions to SoulCalibur V, we'll go back, I'll show you guys some more of the new characters here in a sec, but there's also this super special meter that you see next to my life bar. This meter allows me to get chopped in the face and immediately get knocked out. As you can see, I'm up to 1, so that means I need to lose 1 round.
Okay.
No, the meter does a number of things. The most flashy are these critical edge attacks. These are like basically like your supers or your ultras in a Street Fighter game. They have little cinematics that accompany them. They do a decent amount of damage, and they cost 1 bar of that meter you see next to your health. Other things you can do with the meter are parrying. If I press back, and in this case right trigger, you just saw it there, the little green flash iconic of a parry. That will allow me to block incoming attacks if I time it correctly, which I never do. Obviously, it does not parry throws though. It does use about 1/4 of the meter. You can no longer just parry for free, which some people are upset about. There are.
Well, I mean, like the old saying goes, there's no such thing as a free parry.
No free parries in this life.
Lunch. Free parry lunch.
Yeah, I remember that old saying growing up. Growing
up in the deep south, they used to say that all the time.
Everybody, you know. So parry. Oh yeah, there are also moves that can inherently parry.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Ezio has any, and if he does, I don't know where they are. But most characters have a move that when you start to perform it, they go into an animation.
You literally punch the shirt off of Mitsurugi.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically it was a half shirt, but you punched it off anyways.
Oh goodness, look at that. Oh, but see, now the fight's over. We don't get to see those luscious man pecs.
But we can pick a new character, for example, Voldo, and see something else luscious.
Look at that. Voldo's still in the game. They didn't get a weird replacement
for
Voldo.
That is just a delightful angle.
Just drink it in.
Like, what would you call that? Underjunk? Maybe?
Yes. I think that is the scientific term. If you were to go on Wikipedia, which we'll edit right after the show.
Oh, great.
We'll call it underjunk.
Setting a high standard for the rest of the show, I think.
But yeah, so like I said, there's Natsu. She's like Taki, except different. They do that with a lot of the characters.
Makes me so uncomfortable, but I'm oddly compelled to look at.
He's very.
It's like mesmerizing.
There's
it's
so
that
much
slow dance walk thing.
There's just so much. There's so much depth to the creepiness of Voldo's character, because you look at it and you realize like his pants are assless. So
yeah, he's got assless chaps, but they're technically like furry.
He's just bare back there. Pants. And then he does the weird creepy moonwalk. He can go down on all 4s and crawl around on the ground. He's got things covering up his eyes and mouth.
Oh,
Like, this guy, I mean, bad life choices. Really,
No,
is what it all comes down to.
Or great life choices. Because we are, I mean, we're talking about him, right?
It's very postmodern,
Yeah,
perhaps.
I think so. So to change the subject to something slightly less creepy, there's a story mode in this game, right?
There is a story mode. We can take a look at that after this too. The story mode is, how to put it? It's hilariously bad.
Okay.
No, that's too rough. It's campy.
Yeah.
It's definitely very.
It's a
campy.
story mode in a fighting game.
We'll say it takes itself perhaps a little too seriously.
Okay.
And the main character may be a murderous psychopath, who
right.
they kind of try to play off as like a sympathetic victim of circumstance.
Okay. We've got a message from Cynthia. Users are asking for flower action. I don't know what that means. Is that a
Flower
thing?
action. I'm unfamiliar.
Okay. Users
Users will need to specify.
specify what flower action means and whether or not that's a terrible euphemism.
Also, Voldo, he fights standing backwards if he wants to.
Oh, it's ew. I feel weird.
So in addition to the critical edges that we saw earlier, there are also brave edge attacks, which are sort of like, oh goodness, I'm about to get lit up. There are brave edge attacks which use about 1/4 of the meter as well, and those are similar to like the EX moves in like a Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
So they're like enhanced versions of normal attacks that do a little extra damage and can leave your opponent vulnerable to follow-up attacks.
Right.
But I do not know any of Voldo's. I'm just showing him off.
Delightful.
Natsu, just like talking, can teleport all over the screen. Peter loves to do that. It drives me crazy. She's very highly mobile, very deadly.
All right, let's see if Natsu can finish Voldo off.
I know, here we are entering it. Also, some of the stages have this boat stage. This is like there's like a daytime boat stage as well that transitions to different parts of the ship. There are level transitions in some of these arenas. So in the daytime version of the stage, there's like other boats in the background, and they're shooting cannonballs, and it's all like a big naval warfare scene. And towards the latter part of the match, the deck that we're on will actually get destroyed, and we'll drop down into the ship proper.
Interesting.
And I'll get kicked in the face. These are all things that
All
happen
right,
in
so I
SoulCalibur.
think that is going to about do it for our SoulCalibur V demo.